is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Washington State's offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Gonna run it. It's Grove. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making. Puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. On target over the middle. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Snagged in the middle. It's Grove. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
It's complete on the right side. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. He got him the football, but he could not convert. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Boise State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's got it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver...
Turning it on! He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
The Broncos have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Finds his man. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. It's complete. And he just couldn't get started. Goes down behind the line of scrimmage, and they'll lose yardage on the completion. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Looking for the goal line. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Broncos! He'll try to tack on 1 more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Makes the grab. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. Washington State lines up quickly.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's thrown. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Washington State has it all working right now. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he's got it! Touchdown, Wazoo!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll pull it down. It's a fumble. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. And the Broncos can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Oh, he's got some space. We've come to the end of the period, and Washington State is on top. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Broncos with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab over the middle. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Boise State! It's as if every play call with this guy, you've got the play that's called, and if that doesn't work, something that might even be more dangerous.
How nice is that as an offensive coordinator, right, Reese? You know that even if what you called isn't exactly going to work, this guy can just pull a rabbit out of the hat. He can go backyard football and just take off. Man, this guy is fun to watch.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got it in the middle, it's Grohl. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. 2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Washington State sends out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. It's a draw. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of it.
Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
He'll pull it down and run. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Obviously, this quarterback is a huge part of their rushing attack, and you've seen that early in this game. He's been very, very productive running the ball. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes it's on scrambles like what you just saw, but with his speed, he makes it so difficult on a defense.
And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Hand off from the shotgun. There he goes. He has the first and still on his feet. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. 4 wide out set, 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5. Off play action. Gets it out quickly. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Quick completion on the out route.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's on target and complete. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And the Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Wool. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
That's caught. It's Cook. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Boise State ready to send out that offense. He wants to change this route. Got his man quickly. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Leaves it with the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas on the Palouse at Morton Stadium.
Washington State ready to boot it away to start the third quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Going to the run to start this second half. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Bunch formation for these receivers. The snap sets up to throw. Flips it out on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Gonna swing it on second down. Pulls it in. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long, ball's at the 25. Got his man. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll try to pop the draw. Got a little space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Slings it downfield. Got a wide open receiver. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown Broncos! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head. So hope stays alive. The undefeated season lives on as they inch closer to that 12-0 goal and what they hope will be a berth in the college football playoff.
And I'm just so impressed with the mindset of this football team each and every week. They're poised, they're focused, they have a good game plan, they know who they are, and they go out and they execute. It's as if they're not even thinking about the college football playoff, David. They're just trying to be the best version of themselves each and every week.
And it sounds cliche and it sounds stupid, but know who you are, do it well, don't beat yourself. All those things are the things that coaches are going to say, but you can tell